Okay, so that's on. And that is his trademark. My trademark is welcome back to the Fully Lacking podcast, episode 26. And for our French speakers,
adieu.
Oh, oui. God,
Yeah.
we're ignorant. They hate us over there. Yo, I am your host, Drew. This is your host, Anthony. And behind the camera, behind the boards, we'd be nothing without her. The third leg to the tripod, producer Lisa.
I think there's something wrong, dude.
What do you mean?
That's not producer Lisa.
Oh, yeah. She's been replaced by a somewhat Arabian Nights looking man. A 6'1" alpha with more tea in his bloodstream than John Daly and Arnold Palmer combined. Adhan is here with us tonight. Can we get a round of applause for Adhan? Producer Adhan in the building. Adhan, and introduce yourself to the people, our viewers, our watchers, our listeners.
Thank you guys for having me on the podcast today.
Yeah.
I'm very happy and fortunate to join you. Definitely not replacing producer Lisa. I do miss her already. Sorry, Drew.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we are happy to have you, big dog. What's up, dude? I feel like it's been a little bit longer than usual for sure, right? Like not us hanging out, but like that we've done this.
I'm not even sure anymore. It's been wild. It's been a wild week.
We don't have any more episodes in the tub.
We don't.
We are behind for sure.
Yeah.
I have people texting me.
Yeah.
A sergeant in the Air Force texted me and was like, hey, I can't keep listening to True Crime Podcast. I need you to drop something new. So this is for you, Sarge. Thank you for your service. Anyways, back to it. How are you, buddy? Give us a little update on life.
A1 since day one, you know?
Hey.
Not really, though.
You like A1 sauce. You say on top of the beef.
Top of the beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say at this point, you know?
You tell us.
It's been a rough couple of weeks. I really appreciate Drew and my friends across the state for holding me down. You know, it could be easy to lean into the woes, you know?
Yeah.
I can run through the 6 with them, but I'm not going to do that.
You've never been to the 6. You don't even have a passport.
I've been to Toronto.
Do you have a passport?
And I have I lost it, but I have a passport technically.
I don't have a passport.
So, you know, you can easily lean into the woes.
Yeah.
Or you can, you know, squeeze the lemons into lemonade.
Or into your eyes. Sometimes I do that.
Or you can give me cough drops that have lemon in them.
I don't understand. I feel like lemon cough drops are like a normal occurrence.
Lemon is disgusting.
Okay, put it in the comments if you don't like lemon. I think lemon
And
for
we
a
can
source-
block you.
We're not going to block. He doesn't speak for us.
Yes, I do.
No, stop. Pause for dictator edit. You don't like lemon. I'm sorry. I was just trying to be thoughtful. It's my bad.
No, I appreciate it.
Do you? Because right now it doesn't seem like you did that much.
I got the sour face. It's not because I have the lemon cough drop either.
Yeah, but you were like, I got to get this out of here. I got to get this out of my mouth. Why do you sound like Bane from Batman?
Allergies.
That's what you're calling it. I think it's bronchitis.
No. How are you
Make
doing?
him say, Did you hear that too? Did you hear that? I'm good. I'm as good as a bad person can be. Life has been a mess, dude. I think that like I'm in a weird season of my life currently, right? And it's like
Winter?
no, fall. It's fall.
The
Put
fall.
some respect
The
on it.
downfall.
Hey, period, Pooh Bear.
Bars.
Yeah, no, I just think I'm in a strange season with my life. Personally, I got a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to adjust to. Some changes that working through and all that good stuff. And then professionally, I'm at like a crossroads where, you know, business can either be booming or, you know, not. And so there's a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with. I think that I try to remember my triggers and then work through them with like my little toolbox I've acquired through like therapy and like stuff like that, you know, because I don't know if you know about people who are like traumatized and like, you know, have like shit like messed up a little bit. But like when they're overwhelmed with things that are triggering, like it turns into like a spiral. I think the other night I sat in front of your house for like hours, but I didn't go in your house and you didn't know I was there.
Yeah, it took me a while to believe that you did that, but once you explained why, I understood.
That wasn't why. I said, I swear to God, on my son's life. You're like, all right. That's the only time. That's literally, I told you some really dramatic shit And you're like, nah, I don't know, dude. I still don't.
You didn't give me the full details until the very end, and then I believed you because it was real.
You're real.
Thank you.
You're real. You're really handsome. You're really smart. You're real. That thing's spinning now.
I appreciate the compliments.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of kind of what I'm working on in therapy.
Oh,
which is
yeah. You be in your therapy bag lately.
It's every Thursday, my dude.
He's also a therapist. See, therapists have therapists, which is good.
Yeah.
Adhan, you go to therapy pretty normally, right?
Yes, sir. It takes a real man to go to therapy.
Yeah. And a realer man
Drew.
to not suck it up.
No.
I'm just kidding. I think we all go to therapy. It's funny
Do
because
you though, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been. I just haven't been. Today we were in the car, fully lacking moment for a second. And he was like, mean what you say and say what you mean. And I was like, I mean what I say. I just didn't mean I didn't mean to say what I just said. And he's like, what the fuck are you saying? I was like, exactly. Anyways, back to your therapy sessions.
Yeah. So
What are you working through?
Identity.
Dude, listen. I've had this feeling deep in my heart since I've met you. And I think it's just time that you embrace it. No. I think it's...
Pause for edit.
You don't even know where I'm going.
I do know where
you're
you're
going.
going.
He has no idea. You don't know where I'm going. You can't pause and edit yet. You didn't even know what I was about to say.
Okay.
I was going to say that I think you're more of an extrovert than you actually make it seem to believe. And that's the identity struggle. I think that you're constantly struggling with the fact that you think you're a freaking nerd that's to sit in your house all the time, and you're not. You're cool. You have testosterone pumping through them veins, boy. I see you. I'm a big fan of him. Adhan, I don't know. And vice versa. I think you've heard me talk about Adhan. Like, if you don't have a Drew in your life, and you guys could, I hope you guys could attest to this, fucking get one. Because I love my friends. I hype them up. I tell them they look good. They smell good. They're strong. Oh, you've been working out. Dude, get a friend like that. You need a friend like that in your life. Facts. I really think that's an identity thing that you're struggling with, though. I think you're way more of a bad motherfucker than you actually give yourself credit for.
My identity, I think because of ADHD, has always been on shaky ground. I don't have a strong sense of myself.
That makes sense.
And I don't know if y'all experience this, but like I just feel like a blob constantly adjusting to life.
Like a shapeshifter?
Yeah, like a chameleon.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a chameleon tattoo along with my grasshopper to continue the green like theme.
And your UFO?
Yeah.
That's like the most attractive part of you. Is that UFO tattoo? Yeah, I'm being honest. It really does it for me. I bet you all the babes are like, oh, God.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. Do you guys relate to that?
Yeah. I think that I have a hard time realizing that I'm not just a dad and I'm not just like a freaking protector of my household. And like, I'm also like a funny, soft kind of dude at times. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes it's hard to embrace that because men are so focused on being like stone cold, like hard, pause, but for real, you know what I mean? Like you got to be hard shelled. You have to. Like there's sayings like boys don't, don't cry. You're not a girl, like man up. And I think mental health and male and females, but males, because that's what we're talking about right now, is like a real fucking issue. Like if you really think about it, dude, like I don't think people realize like how serious of a, is it scary to call it an epidemic?
Identity crisis that men are kind of going through. Because it's like we had to kind of throw out or try to throw out some of the toxic masculine stuff, but we kind of think we throw out some babies with the bathwater, And now, you never heard that phrase?
Like what kind of babies?
Like children? You never heard the phrase?
Have you heard that phrase?
So it's whenever you're like trying to drain the tub, I guess. You don't want to like toss everything out. You want to keep the kid.
Where's the water?
I don't know the origin of this phrase.
The water.
I don't know, dude. Why are you asking me these questions?
What was the saying again? Producer Don, can you Google this? What was the saying?
Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Jeez. Be careful. Do it in incognito, for real. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Casey Anthony looking ass. Let's hear it. What does it say?
Yeah, according to Google AI, it says to avoid losing something of value while trying to get rid of something unwanted.
Thank you very much.
So who's unwanted, the bathwater or the kids?
Obviously, the kids are wanted. They're of value.
Okay.
The bathwater is dirty.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do a top 3. This is like a draft. Okay.
No. Drew.
Trust me, you're gonna like this.
No.
Follow me.
We didn't even finish the last topic.
I know, but this is for this topic.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you said like we have had to throw out these masculine things, like this masculinity. I want to do like a top 3, fully honest, fully lacking, like things that we've actually intentionally stopped doing, like as men, as fathers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like this.
So like, because it's his first episode, I think we let Adhan start because he hates being put on the spot. He absolutely will word vomit for a little bit and then he'll get there, you know? But now, okay, we'll let him prepare. Let's let the listeners and viewers love him, right? But yeah, so for you, what do you think your top 3 things that you've actually let go of, like you've intentionally worked on to not do anymore?
I would say one, which I still struggle with, is asking for help. Like the old cliche of like asking for directions. Like I'll be in the store looking for something and there can be an associate 3 feet away from me and I'll still keep looking. I won't ask him for where it is. And sometimes my son, Folgers, will ask for assistance. He'll be like, Dad, why aren't you just asking someone? Like, I got it, son. I got it. Don't you worry about it. But I'm trying to like break that habit.
Okay.
That's one off the top. Let's fire back and forth.
Admitting like that I'm not okay emotionally. Probably just the biggest scheme of things, admitting that I have emotions. That's very hard. And people who know me know that I think throughout the years, I've really become a lot more comfortable in speaking about it. Sometimes it's been difficult throughout my life to say like, I'm sad today. Like, I'm not well today. Like, I've had some pretty close battles with mental health, you know, and I've almost lost those a couple times, you know, and I think that's something that I've intentionally been working on, is telling myself to fucking say something. I'm not okay. I'm mad. I'm not happy. I need space, whatever, because I've learned this and people have told me this throughout my life. I'm not a mind reader, Andrew. I'm not a fucking mind reader.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, so that's a big one for me. What about you? What do you got, Adhan?
Definitely, I think my biggest thing is letting myself feel, for sure. Not feeling myself.
Yeah.
Do that constantly.
Yeah, I see you in mirrors.
But definitely letting myself feel. If I'm upset, if I'm mad, I'm happy, and kind of sitting with that emotion for more than just a minute, and then just brushing it off was kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So now it's just sitting with it.
Yeah,
And
that's solid, actually.
Let's take another ADHD side road because you bringing up emotions made me think of something. Within therapy,
Yeah,
and also just acknowledging what I go through
with Folgers.
is the wider range of emotions that I feel like ADHD people go through, or I should just say myself, you know?
Okay.
I feel like my highs are higher, my lows are lower. And it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Y'all, what's y'all's story with this?
Yeah, I'm manic.
I was just telling my therapist, I feel like I'm manic because yesterday I went through some stuff. I went through a breakup.
Talk about it?
I went through a breakup.
If
you want to call it that.
They're not going to be watching this anymore.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it that. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I would not call it a breakup. I would call it
A parting of ways.
a parting of ways. A way. They're Mexican. So, anyways, so yeah, you've parted ways with somebody that you expressed interest in. That's the best way to say it, for sure.
Yeah. And so yesterday I was really down.
Yeah, you
And
showed up
today?
at my office with flowers and sushi. Nobody ate those flowers and sushi. They weren't for me. It's okay for me to say this, right? Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
They're not watching this.
No, they're not.
Promise. Bye, Felicia. You'll
Blocked.
be okay.
I will be fine.
Yeah, he will be fine. Yeah, he came to my office because we had basically drawn up a game plan, a plan of attack that I do say maybe your execution could have.
Yeah.
You know,
But let's not go there. We won't go that far.
Yeah, we won't.
We'll talk to Don about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk to you off the pod, right? Because we don't want him to, look how he is. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But he showed up to my office like 3 times yesterday.
Yeah.
You never come to my office. Like, it's rare. And so the first time he came in, it's the saddest guy I've ever seen. And he had like a a thing of sushi that he got from Albertsons, almost, I'm guaranteeing, or Sprouts or
Carnations
something.
from there too.
And then like half alive carnations. And he just walked into my office and he's
Half
like,
alive carnations.
them bitches were leaning, bro. It was like they were from Houston. They had a
Fat
double
Joe.
cup. Yeah. And he's like, hey man, it didn't go well. I'm like, yeah, those weren't for me. He's like, they are for you now. The carnations are still on one of the desks in the office.
Yeah, and then I went to work.
And then he came back.
Appointment got canceled. Came back.
Yeah.
With the sushi and carnations. Appointment canceled. Canceled the rest of my appointments.
Yeah.
And just spent a lot of time at your office. And I was,
Which was cool.
I was down.
And you
to
were
the
very
trenches.
welcome. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think my emotions are I spiral. I spiral really bad. I'm hyper fixated on how bad things are. And then when things are good, like it's like almost a shot of dopamine. That's actually what it is for me. And so it's like, it's scary for me, especially a person who has like really poor coping skills when things are bad, for sure. So yeah, I just get hyper fixated on the highs and lows. Like I'm like manic about them.
You get a happy thing, hyperfixate.
Yeah.
Get a sad thing, hyperfixate.
Oof. Yeah, and it's hard to be sad, for sure.
You just load yourself up with the dopamine.
Yeah.
Or load yourself up with the opposite chemical. I should probably know that as a therapist.
Bullets.
Jesus.
What about you? What's your experience with it, Adnan?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Like how, I guess, do you handle emotions?
You have a wider range of emotions with highs and lows.
Correct.
You feel like there's, like compared to the normal person, like your highs are a bit higher, your lows are a bit lower, and it's a bit of a,
I think to kind of go off what we were talking about earlier, one of the other things I struggle with is actually, I tell myself all the time that everything is all right. So I don't think I've ever experienced a certain level below this
That's
range
solid.
that makes me feel bad, which isn't a good thing neither because I'm not able to feel that part.
Yeah.
So I think it usually just stays at a certain threshold and then it goes up.
you
Yeah.
kind of like neutralized yourself in a certain zone.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. You're better with words.
Thank you.
He's a therapist. You know what I mean? I think the way that I am with my son, yeah, like the way that I am with Palmer, like it's very important that I like do not imprint this toxic way of thinking that's been like this for generations, right? Like, Adon, you're Mexican. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I try to make sure I don't imprint these things on my kid. Because one, Palmer's not built like that, bro. He's different. He's different. You know, he's like, he wasn't raised under constant chaos and like, just like on schedule physical abuse and like insane amounts of pain. Like today, I like Superman need the big metal pole at the gas station. And I laugh at, like, I was laughing hysterically. He's like, what is wrong with you? Why are you laughing?
But wait, didn't you break your truck door, or was that part a little off before that?
I don't know.
I'm just connecting
Somebody
that.
broke that off. No, but it was on your side.
Where did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hit my knee when I was trying to walk back to the door.
And then what you hit? You came in the car and hit your steering wheel, I think.
Well, I was just mad because it hurt.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
You're safe here.
But no, what are you asking?
No, I was just clarifying.
I wanted to transfer some pain to my hand. This has much better pain tolerance than my little knee does. I'm like all torso. My legs are like freaking this big.
And I think it's acknowledging sensitivity to things. It's kind of a theme right here.
Yeah.
But do you think that ADHD comes with a heightened sensitivity that maybe we haven't really sat with?
I think that we tend to embellish, some privately and mentally, and like internally we make it worse. Sometimes people are external about it. I definitely struggle sometimes with embellishing in my emotions, for sure. But then like real things happen too, and so I was like, I don't know how to react. Like producer Lisa tells me all the time that like I embrace everybody almost the same because I'm non-conditional. I don't care. Like I want to treat you to the best of my abilities, right? And like she says, she's always told me that, like not like it's to my detriment a lot of the times, but it's because I embellish in that emotion of like love. Like I want to freaking, it's like it's a high, you know what I mean? And then like when things don't work out, it's a pretty low. So
Love's kind of a dopamine hit.
love, oh yeah, you
I haven't felt it in years, but
I love you. You
like,
feel it every time you walk in my fucking
romantic
house.
love. Romantic love is its own dopamine.
What is that supposed to mean?
What?
You bastard. If I could slap you, I would, but my arms are short and you'll cut it out.
I don't know what's happening right here.
Again. We have romantic love. Me and you. You heard it first here. In a room full of men. I love him. Anyways, you've had romantic love feelings.
I've had it, but not in a long time.
You didn't love anybody recently?
No.
Single tear.
I haven't expressed love or felt it in a while.
You feel... What were you going to do?
A tear on the other side. I should get a teardrop tatted.
No.
To represent my loneliness.
What the heck? How do we... We're never going to get through this, dude. We got to move on.
No. We're just gonna freestyle this one, boys. We're gonna freestyle this one. All right.
This is called the boys special. This would be a 4-hour podcast. Shout out to you, Sarge. I'm just kidding. Do you got anything? You got a number 2? No, you already said your number 2, technically.
Yeah, I have a number 3 as well, but it kind of goes along with Anthony's about asking for help.
Yeah, you're annoying about that, and I love you. I've experienced it firsthand. This dude will have like 4 grills going at once. You need help? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You just relax. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're on fire, bro. Are you all right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but anyways, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to freaking.
You're okay. I love your voice.
Yeah, thank you.
It's asking for help. I've definitely trying to really put that down. I want to ask. I want to admit that I need help. I want to, Hey, Drew, can you turn these 4 wieners, please, for me on the grill before they get all charred up?
He calls them wieners. It doesn't matter.
So
yeah, he it's a thing. He's like, dude, they're getting bricked up with char. You gotta turn those wieners.
Turn the Nathan's wieners.
Nathan's wieners. The Nathans are the best. I've said this in the podcast numerous times, and it's because of Adhan. Any day you need help with your wieners, I'm there for you. I mean it.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's love, buddy. Look at me. That's love right there.
You know what's not love?
What?
Rat beef.
That's solid.
But it's made of beef just like wieners are.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect transition.
Thank you, brother. I love Sketch so much.
We got to get right back into how J. Cole has dropped this, was it Port Antonio track, and is addressing the beef in his own. Well, I'll let you speak on your boy first before I get into it.
I just don't know what other way there would be to explain it.
Just what's your opinion on the track?
He did exactly what I knew he was doing, to the T. He knew how ugly this was about to be. These were premeditated things. Cole had nothing to do with that. I will never, and I have never, stopped saying that Cole is my number 1, period. That's my number 1, period. Do you know why? Do you know why? You want to know why?
Not really.
Well, ask me. Go ahead.
Why?
Thank you for asking so politely and
anytime, bud.
Unforced. I think Cole's my number 1 because he does shit like he did with this battle. Bro, he's bigger than everything. He's bigger than everything. He knows, bro. He's him. I'm telling you that Cole is a different fucking breed.
Speak to the track.
Okay, so what he said on that track was, he said, I wouldn't have won a battle. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe. It's not worth it to him. For what? He said, for recognition from people that I don't know, who have no idea what I'm shooting for. Like, dog, that's 100%. I don't give a fuck what you think. Well, I do. Let me take that back. That was absolutely aggressive. I don't care if you don't identify on the same level as I do with this. What he said was poetry in fucking motion. He's literally telling the world, and he has one of the biggest platforms. I don't care what people think on that. He has one of the biggest platforms. He is telling the world that I don't give a fuck about what any of you guys think. 1, I know I'm that guy. 2, I care about people much more than I care about these titles from people I don't know. I mean that. I think that he spoke on it in the fucking song. He said, these guys, he understands why they swung first. He understands that they probably are regretting it. But that's why he didn't see it. He saw blood in their eyes. He's like, I'm good. I think that's fucking great. Me personally.
You can't. He took sides on that track. He did. He took sides. He called Drake by name, said he clarified because.
Yes, because everybody thought he took Kendrick's side.
Let me finish. Because Kendrick said you did J. Cole foul. So he addressed that line personally on that track. And he said Drake's looked out for me, but he didn't say anything positive related to Kendrick. He also played into some conspiracy theories around Kendrick related to bots on social media.
Yeah.
He clearly took a side in this. And here he is trying to say, I'm not going to play into the beef. I'm not going to do this and that. No, bro, you're literally just fueling the flames. You could have just left this track alone.
You don't get to say that. You don't get to say that. Do you know why you don't get to say that? And I mean it with my whole heart. We will never be on the level of talent that these guys are on. Ever. So how are we able to sit here and throw stones for what we think they're trying to do?
You're right. Let's move on to the next topic since we can't discuss hip hop at all.
Don't you be passive aggressive with me.
Can't discuss hip hop. They're way more talented. No, that's
Listen,
what we do. That's what we do.
What I'm saying is you're literally assuming that Kendrick's the only one that was accused of using bots.
Dude, he's addressing the beef in the song. Why would he mention anyone else about this?
But Kendrick was accused of using bots because he was up, bro. He was winning. Kendrick won that beef.
Then leave the bot conversation alone in the context of the beef.
Both of them got accused of doing it. Both of them got accused of altering the algorithm. They both got accused of it.
Okay.
Yes or no?
I've only seen it predominantly for Kendrick.
Yeah, well, I think it's because you only have eyes for Drake.
What?
Huh?
How does that work?
I don't know. You tell me.
That doesn't make sense.
Do you not want Kendrick to win?
Kendrick won. This isn't a conversation of who won or lost.
But you're saying that J. Cole and Drake are still ganging up on Kendrick.
No, that's not what I said.
Bro.
I'm saying that J. Cole should keep himself out of this if he wants to be out of it. Leave it alone. No, he's stirring things up again.
He's the only one that didn't get to speak on it. He was the only one who didn't get to speak on it. Period. Everybody else spoke on it. Drake spoke on Cole. Kendrick spoke on Cole. He didn't get to speak on it. It was his turn.
Because he apologized and he went to the corner where he should be. And he should stay there.
You believe that with your heart of hearts, huh?
I believe that this is hip hop. It's a competitive sport. If you want to be talking that I'm top 10, top 5, I got fire in my pin. You need to be ready to battle. You need to be ready to step into that ring and die for the culture.
Even if it's your
lyrically.
Friend. Me personally, on this whole thing, I think I'm a J. Cole stan, low key. But I also could be unbiased about it. What he did in my mind was exactly what I thought he was doing it for. So that's why I think it resonated with me a lot more, for sure. And I'm not saying you're wrong or right.
I'm not.
I'm just saying I'm right. Respectfully.
He's a great rapper.
One of the best. I have one conspiracy theory about hip hop, and I don't want to bring up Diddler. I don't want to bring him up. But I do want to say respectfully that the people that are actually hurt because of a person that was so influential and such a staple in hip hop, period, in music, period, I wish them well and health and wealth and healing, because, man, if these things are true, and I say if because I do believe you're 100% innocent until proven guilty. That's how I feel. By a reasonable fucking doubt, too.
Nah, bro, the Fed's got evidence. You don't get your house raided like that.
If you're a billionaire. Listen, these freak offs are wild, right? It's a wild situation. What if the greats are on these lists? What if Biggie's on there? Mace, Jay. What if Tupac's on there? I'm serious, because they didn't always beef. I'm dead ass. Now, the only reason I have a hard time thinking they are, Diddy wasn't that successful then. He was big, but he wasn't, freak off party money big.
In the 90s?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Usher.
The height of Bad Boy?
Justin Bieber. You're talking about that stuff. Oh, I completely forgot about that angle. Oh, man.
We have a valid question.
Yeah.
There's probably, it's the Epstein of hip hop right now. And there's going to be some names. Who knows if we'll uncover those names?
If it's Hove, that's going to be crazy. He might be Epstein, bro. He might kill himself.
A lot of hip hop.
Look at what I'm doing.
A lot of hip hop kind of moguls have been exposed. I mean, Russell Simmons has been on the run from allegations in like some non-extradition state or country for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look that up. And I mean, now Diddy and who knows who else.
Jay-Z and Beyonce already sent us like a cease and desist. Cease and desist? Yeah. To, what's the dude on, is it MSNBC? I can't remember his name. He's like a bigger, like, Caucasian dude. But they were trying to basically say, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce were someone involved, and, like, the lawyer did it before even Jay-Z and Beyonce could request it. That freaks me out. I idolize Jay-Z. But I also, like, don't forget the ugly in this world, right?
There's a cesspool of weirdness with Diddy and R. Kelly. And, like, who knows where that branches off to?
Elvis Presley, too.
Sure.
I know it's not hip-hop.
Yeah.
But, like, his lady, Priscilla Presley, she was, like, 14, and I think Elvis was, like, 22 or something like that.
Oh, no, it's common in a lot of even rock artists. And
What you got?
She was 14 when Elvis was 24.
That's wild. That's a 10-year.
R. Kelly married Aaliyah whenever she was underage.
He was, like, 20-something, and she was 16.
Yeah. Timbaland was into her when he was a grown. I mean, hip-hop's been a dirty place. We just never really pointed it out.
Yeah, I guess it's true. I mean, so, like, as a father of... how old? What's your daughter's name again?
Maleficent?
Maleficent. Yeah. Old Malfo. That's a bad name. You can't call her Melfi. You can't. Okay.
It's a rock and a hard place with that name.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But she's I fuck with her. We got a handshake and everything. That's my dog, right? But like, she just went to her first dance, I think.
Correct.
Had to do like a dress and stuff.
Correct.
Where'd that go? Like, where were you there? Because I know you. You're a very calm guy, but like, where was your head? How'd that work? Because this world is ugly, bro.
Definitely a lot of trust. I think I've done pretty well raising her for her to trust me. Yeah. We went to this dance. It was a quote unquote father-daughter dance.
Cool.
Showed up in a full suit.
Hey.
Try and,
Yeah.
outmatch everybody out there. I also do work out, in general, just so she looks at certain men. I wash dishes, I can change tires, I can change oil. Like, I'm an all-around good guy. So that way she can look for an all-around good guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it is definitely extremely scary to send her out into this world. And part of me doesn't want her to grow up, doesn't want her to go into university, to college. That's more than an hour away from me.
Yeah, of course.
But I also know, they got to go out there.
Yeah,
they gotta survive.
I think what's crazy is because I've spent time with you guys. Like, you guys are family to us, right? And spending time with her specifically, it has to be like terrifying for her to say she's scared of something, because that girl has this grit to her. Like, if you've met her mom, and I don't know, maybe we'll have a guest producer, Dev, the nip flick queen, right? They have this combination of like grit and glamour and like tenacity all wrapped up into these kids. And bro, like, each of them has a different element of it. But she specifically has it all. Like, it's cool. It's really, really cool. So I don't know. I think she's always going to be a fucking badass. And I feel like the one thing that you do, and it's something that me and producer Lisa have fought about before, is like, I refuse to do things for Elijah when he has a problem. I show him how to do them, right? I've seen you do that with your kids. I've seen you do that with Folgers, right? Like that. And parents, I don't know how many parents watch us, but if you guys are like, if you really care about your kids, don't let them turn 21 and tell you, I wish you would have loved me more. And you say, why? And they say, because you did everything for me and you didn't teach me how to do it myself. Dude, we're not going to be here. We can fucking, we could cook out tomorrow, my boy. If I die in my sleep tonight, Palmer knows how to get on his iPad and FaceTime somebody. But no, like, I've done that. And of course, I don't know if it adds anxiety. I don't know if we're supposed to be truthful about the ugliness of this world. But like, Palmer knows, bro. Like, who's your safe adult? Okay, it's this person and this person. Do you leave with anybody else other than that? No. Period, right? Those are just things that we've talked to him about. And I think that I've seen Adon do it and I've seen you do it. And parents, if you're not doing it, I hope you guys find a way to work around that and do it because, man, it's an ugly world. It's an ugly world. There's ugly things. But I will say one thing, and it's the ugliest thing of them all. It's an ugly truth. Not enough of you follow us on social media. Not enough of you follow us on social media. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You, right there, looking at me. Gorgeous and all that. What do you think? You think that they follow us enough? You think they're clicking like and subscribe and the little bell thing?
There's a deficiency of engagement with our posts.
Up. Where can our listeners and viewers and watchers find us?
At Fully Liking TikTok.
Beep.
At Fully Liking Instagram.
Boop.
At Fully Liking Facebook.
Beep.
At Fully Liking YouTube.
Ooh.
About to cry saying it. It's so powerful.
You can find us on all your streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, dude. Listen, we do this for us, for sure, because we like to hear our voices. But a small part of it, we do it for you. You know what I mean? And we couldn't do it without you guys liking, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. So we appreciate it. Adon, thank you for sitting in. How'd you like it? What was the experience like for you?
It was beautiful.
But you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
Most definitely. 100%.
If you guys, and I will tell you, it's unfortunate that this strapping, breathtaking young man is behind the camera. Because if you saw him, this is what he looks like. If you've ever seen Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, it's like when Ricky Bobby first gets interviewed and he doesn't know what to do with his hands. That's how Adon looks right now. He's just like 6+ and like brown as shit. So we appreciate him being here. I appreciate you.
So a Greek god of a man here.
Bro, chisel.
We're not going to have him on video ever with us because I'll feel insecure.
Yeah, they'll want to find you on socials, and then that'll be a whole other fucking problem. It's not women, though. It's just a bunch of dudes. You know what I mean? A bunch of dudes really like our stuff.
Yeah, according to statistics, it's about 80% men. So enjoy the following.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Fully Liking podcast, baby.